My name's Hudson.
Bobby Royston.
Thomas Datchick.
Chloe McDonald.
The Student Center. It's become a cornerstone of Purchase College since the turn of the millennium, attracting artists like Drake in 2005, Kendrick Lamar in 2011, and Kalani in 2016 for Culture Shock, Bobby Shmurda in 2023 for Aphrodisiac, and recently Tallulah for Pre-Shock. But when it comes to the Stud, there's so much more that meets the eye, especially when it comes to other events that this venue hosts every week of the academic year. And while you may think that you see an empty, hollow void inside, you see a complete transformation when it comes to weekend nightlife at the Stud, and why other students always rave about it.
I feel like I've had like a huge mixed bag when it comes to student events. I feel like sometimes it's really exciting and fun, and then other times it's like totally underwhelming. But you spend a good portion of your day like thinking about it. You're like, oh right, like zombie prompts tonight, or it's culture shock or whatever. So you like think about it, and you're like, oh, we have to do that today, and it's like an event. Like leading up to going to the student is an event in and of itself. Sometimes it's the more fun event.
What makes the Stood stand out to me is that it's like a safe place for students to be themselves, and I don't think a lot of campuses have a space like that.
Zombie Prom this year, 2020, was 2024 Zombie Prom, because I didn't have a costume until like a couple hours before. And I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, because last year Zombie Prom was on Halloween, so it was great. I just wore my Halloween costume. This year I was like, oh, I don't have a Halloween costume ready to go. So I basically haphazardly, like hours before, put together I called it a zombie pirate, basically.
It turned out to be a lot more like fun than I thought it would be. I showed up, there were a lot of people there. I got to meet some new people that I hadn't met before that had gone to the school and then left. So there were a lot of people there, like including either alumni or people that have left Purchase still. So it was cool to see how people like went back just for that one weekend, just for all the festivities.
Who do you often go with?
I usually go with my roommates Michael Dobler, Tyler Lau, and then my friends Julia Viscuzzi and Yanni Leftheriou.
I went to the side room at Whitson's, and I was watching this lineup of a bunch of different bands, some that were really great and some that were not really my thing, but were really bold and experimental in a way that I was kind of excited and inspired by, actually. But then people it was a pretty small group, but the small group started moshing, which was not something I had as much experience with, and it actually was really exhilarating and interesting to see people like just obliviously just letting off steam, like turning their brain off and just throwing their bodies around for the sake of letting that out. And that was really cool. I actually, at first I was intimidated by it, and then watching it more and more, I was like so excited to be able to both watch it and be a part of it. And that was like one of the first times I went. And I've since had a lot of other experiences too.